Yesterday, my intention was to forgive my husband. I'm recently divorced. I took the courage to make that decision. I felt so much guilt because I wasn't sure if that was the right decision or not, and I felt all those negative emotions. But now I come to realize that was the best decision of my life, and I saw it before coming here. I saw it in my kids. My kids are happy.
No, kids aren't happy without their dad. I'm so tired of hearing single moms claim, "Oh, we're so much happier now after the divorce." No, you might be happy. The kids, not a chance. You're happy because you get to hop on dating apps and live your life, but those kids, they're missing their father. Don't confuse your freedom with their well-being.
A lot of good things are happening for me. I was able to achieve a lot of stuff after that. But anyways, to make the story short, yesterday I forgave him. I realized that I finally found the love of my life.
Here we go.
Who's that? That's me.
Oh, come on. Did anyone not see this coming? Seriously? Every time these women walk away from their family, their home, their husband after decades of marriage, what's the common theme? Suddenly it's all about them. Not the kids, not the life they built together, just me, me, me. And then you've got this guy, let's call him Mr. Simp Supreme, sitting there nodding along like some kind of Hispanic Tony Robbins, cheering on this nonsense. Are you kidding me? I'm getting so tired of people being too scared to just tell women the truth. Nobody wants to be honest anymore. They would rather sit there spineless and feed into the delusion.
So I'm on a 3-hour drive right now, so of course that means time to think. And my thought process right now is like, I'm a hopeless romantic. I really want to just be at the same place, same time, exchange numbers with somebody, and the butterflies and all that, and like it stays though. It's not I meet someone and then get ghosted 2 weeks later. But yeah, it's like, does that even exist anymore? Can you just be somewhere, meet someone, and wow, the sparks fly? Like, I'm such a hopeless romantic. But yet here I am sitting on these stupid dating apps expecting something to happen, which clearly isn't. Like, how do we do this in this new age? I don't know what to do. Do I just stay single? Like, I'm so confused. But of course I'm still on these dating apps because I'm a hopeless romantic.
Hold on. Since when is 45 the new 20 for hopeless romantics? All of a sudden, women in their late 40s are swooning over fairy tale love? Where was this energy decades ago, back when it actually mattered? Back when Prince Charming was still on his white horse, ready to ride off into the sunset with a young bride? If you wanted the fairy tale, why weren't you chasing it at 21 instead of 45? Why are you still out here at that age? Don't tell me times have changed. Don't tell me the woke mob has rewritten reality to make it cool for postmenopausal women to be single and living their best lives. No amount of spin changes the facts. Some doors close with time, and no amount of Instagram affirmations will change that.
So when my husband found out that I had been cheating, I really honestly felt like he wouldn't care. He didn't care about trying to save our marriage previously beforehand. And so I honestly thought that we would just split and there'd be no hard feelings and we'd co-parent with our daughter and everything would be good. And that's not quite the way it worked out.
If you're so desperate to jump into another man's bed, have the decency to file for divorce first. But no, she had to betray her vows, humiliate her husband, and drag their daughter into this mess. And guess what? That social media confession just handed him the ultimate divorce court weapon. Your Honor, she's a cheater, and here's the proof. Now she risks losing more than just her marriage. She might lose custody, respect, and any shot at being a role model for her daughter. But hey, at least she got her TikTok clout, right?
If you've gone through a divorce, I'm wondering if you can relate to this. I got divorced like right when I turned 30, and I was the only person I knew around my age that had ever gone through a divorce before. Everyone I knew that had gone through a divorce was like much older. They had kids, they had houses, they had like things to split up. I had none of that. All I had was this like big D card on my head. But after all the reading I did and all the like searching on the internet to find people I could relate to, almost all of them had this like super intense toxic relationship right after their divorce. And that relationship was the person that they thought was like, oh, this is the person this is who I'm supposed to be with, but it ended up being like a total disaster. And then the real healing from their divorce came after that second toxic relationship. I definitely went through that. I learned so much about myself and my divorce through that toxic relationship, and I had to heal like double time. I'm wondering if anyone else can relate.
Let's be real. Is it really worth leaving your marriage, your husband, and the family you built together? The love, the memories, the life you created. Do you honestly think you can replace that? This is pure narcissism, the arrogance to believe I can just swap him out for something better. If she truly valued him, if she actually appreciated what he brought to the table, divorce wouldn't even cross her mind. Marilyn Monroe did exactly this. She left a good, loving, stable husband, Jim Dougherty, a sailor during World War II, and immediately jumped on the casting couch in Hollywood. Her next two marriages were with famous but abusive husbands, Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller. She ended up miserable, alone, and dead at 36, while her first husband, Jim, remarried, had 3 beautiful daughters, became a heroic LAPD police officer who trained the first ever SWAT team in history, and lived a good life into his 80s. Most of these women trade a stable, years-long commitment for a worse, depressing one. It's like quitting a corner office to sweep floors at a monster truck rally. How does that make sense?
So before Derek, for about 2 years, when I was like 18 to 20, I dated a man. We lived together. We were somewhat serious. We did things with each other's families. And our relationship was pretty problematic, and it had a lot of things that were not particularly healthy. That then he went with who he dated after and had a much healthier dynamic, and he grew a lot. And I struggled for a long time with that because I could see that. And it was this feeling of, okay, well, why couldn't you be that when we were together? Now I don't know who sings it, that country song that's like, I wish you were a better man. That was very much what that experience felt like. It was really frustrating to me to watch that and know that he had that potential the whole time and just couldn't manage it with me. I know why our marriage was the way it was because we did so much counseling together. And now I see him being so much healthier and being really the fullest version of himself and the best human he can be now in other relationships, and he's acknowledged it. And I tell him every time it's okay because it is, but it's almost like that's cleared the space for me to simply be happy for him because now I understand it. It makes sense to me. So now on this side of things, I get to be truly happy for him.
He became everything she always wanted once he was out of her life. That realization stings. I love how this chick can see that her ex is happy with someone else and isn't having any of the problems that they had before, and she somehow attributes that to him getting better and not her being the problem. They never take any accountability. Here's the thing. A lot of exes secretly hope you stay stuck, replaying the same old what-ifs and begging for another chance. But when you pick yourself up, thrive, and find someone who genuinely values you, that's the real blow. So, if she walked away, let it fuel you. Sharpen your mind, build your success, invest in your happiness. Because the best revenge isn't drama or spite, it's living so well that she can't help but see you unbothered, winning at life.